Hey, Hammer 357 Mag here. Today I'm going to do a quick look at the Kershaw 1640 Black Vapor. This is the knife you see before you. Price point $15.50 including shipping, which I think was a great value. The specs, it's an 8CR13 MOV stainless steel for the blade. It has a 410 stainless steel handle, blade length 3 inches. When it's closed, it's 4 inches, and the weight is 3.25 ounces. The question, why did I buy the knife? Well, it looked cool, and I had a few extra bucks at a time, so I went for it. What are some of the features? Well, on this knife, it's a manual thumb stud flipper. It has a frame lock instead of a liner lock. I don't know if you can see it here, but the frame comes out and it gets into the blade and locks it in place versus the liner. And this one actually, it sits in there really nice and it's really firm, and I'm impressed with that. What are the positives on this knife? Again, it looks really cool. I mean, it looks thin this way, it's black, and you know, I just couldn't resist buying it. It just was something I had to have. The other positive is light enough to be part of your EDC system as the general purpose knife. Again, it's light, so normally you're going to have two knives in your EDC system. One is a general purpose knife. The other will be a little larger, and it's going to be your tactical knife. Okay, let's look at the negatives. The blade, the sharpness of this blade was basically okay out of the box. I wasn't really impressed with it, but again, at the $15.50 price point, and as a general purpose EDC, it'll do the job. And so the first time you go sharpen it, you can get the really good blade out you want. One of the negatives is that the clip for the pocket is not reversible, so you get what you get. So you have to be able to deal with that. So it's just on the one side, and there's no holes on this side to install it. So for those of you who like to be able to switch that around, it could be an issue. The other issue, and it's a big one, is the thumb stud is small and too close to the frame to deploy easily. And this, let me demonstrate that. Again, this is a manual deployed thumb stud, and so I can't seem to, no matter how I push on this, it just doesn't want to go out, and it hurts my finger. So if you grab it with this finger and get it out, you know it's okay. So, but generally that's not the point. You know, you want to be able to, in certain circumstances, to pull that thing out and deploy it rapidly. So that's a real issue. I've lubed it in here with Ballistol, which helped, but not enough. Now what I want to do is, as a comparison to this, I'm going to pull out another knife. This is a manual flipper. It's another Kershaw knife. It's the Kershaw 1970 Burst. Now I paid $21 for this knife. Now the difference between the two is the Vapor is very thin, which I also like too. It's a very nice knife to put in your pocket. Now the Burst here is relatively thick, and it's also a manual flipper. The length of the blade and the length of the knife when closed and open are exactly the same. This weighs a little more, maybe about an ounce, but if you take this one, and again, so there's a fair comparison, I've lubed this one with Ballistol. Again, no thumb stud, but it's got the finger flipper. Now, you noticed I said this was a manual opener, and I just flipped it open with my finger. You would think it was an assist blade, but it's not. It is what I call the correct way that a manual opener should be. It should be fast, and you should be able to flip it rapidly and get it out. Now, if I was to actually open and flip at the same time, which I screwed that one up, it really deploys fast. Now, the real question is, would I buy this knife again? Again, let's get it out on the table. You know, with all the holes drilled in, it just looks hot. So the answer is, at the $15.50 price point, I would buy it again. It just looks too cool not to have. I really like the way it looks. Will I EDC it? No. Yeah, I just can't trust that in a situation where I need to deploy it rapidly, that it's going to work. So again, this is the kind of knife that's a low budget knife, and basically you could EDC it, but don't expect that you'd be able to deploy it rapidly. And again, it's a cool looking knife, and for $15.50, which included shipping, I couldn't pass it up. Again, that's my quick look on this. Thanks for your time. Have a great day, and remember, long live rock and roll and the American dream. Thank you.